Hi guys,
Hey Summers!
welcome to Make 2 and part 5 of this review explanation of SimCity BuildIt. It's been an exciting week, and if you remember last week I unlocked the airport and by that also the Tokyo town buildings. It's been a bit of a long slog, as it's been every week, to try and get these buildings growing, but I have still got quite a lot to show you, but there's not as much progress on the Tokyo town buildings as I would have liked.
What am I seeing here? These are hot air balloons.
Yeah, I splurged and bought a balloon pad. This is part of the transportation specialization. None of the other ones, even the helipad, have any interesting visual effects, but the balloon one, you get, I think normally you get a series of 3 balloons. They pop up and they just float all around the city and they're really pretty.
Cool.
Yeah. So first of all, if you've been paying close attention, you can see my town now looks really different. Last week I had all the factories down at the bottom and the town built along 2 or 3 main roads in a very utilitarian fashion. But I decided to remodel it and actually make it as pretty as I could be, and I went to have kind of a city centre look and then buildings around the outside. This ended up being pretty expensive because when you move your buildings they're free, but if you're redoing roads, and quite a few roads I've had to upgrade because of traffic, because of the high density buildings, that costs money. And then you can save some back by demolishing them. Basically it cost me probably like 100,000 simoleons to do that. So I've been a bit strapped for cash, but I have got roughly the layout I want. The other problem is, though this is I think a nicer layout, and you can see I built the university in the centre here, we'll see it better in the daytime, and it's surrounded by parks, and there's our big hospital and fire station next to it, in this big kind of central quadrant. Though it looks really nice, it's not as space efficient, and therefore it doesn't maximise the population density as much through things like parks and the specialisation buildings. So if you look at my stats, I'm currently only at 263,000 sims, and last week I was at 264,000 sims, but I have advanced from level 22 to level 25, so there definitely has been progress.
Yep.
So let's take a look first at the airport. I'm going to wait till it's daylight to show you some of these buildings. I think it's going to get daylight soon. So the airport, as we saw last week, like with the docks, you get these orders you have to fill every 17 hours as opposed to 6 hours at the docks. And you can see I need to make garden chairs, plants and jugs of milk. And so far, every single time, and I'm going to show a couple on the screen now, when these orders have come in, it's been 2 of everything, which is really nice and predictable. At the docks it can be 1, 3, 7, 4, 10 for easy things. It's really hard to judge, whereas this you can plan really well what you're making, which is good. The downside is the docks always gives you a single key, whereas when you're making things from the planes, you get several different items, and I have 3 of them here. You can see I have a bonsai tree, I've got a lantern, and I thought there was another one. Oh, there's also there's a lucky cat as well, and you don't know what you're going to get. So now that dawn has come, let me show you my Tokyo inspired buildings. They look really pretty. I've got 2 that are pretty small right down at the front.
I'm still in a bit of shadow.
Yeah, it's going to be a long while. Well, you can see I've got this biggest one to the side, which has lots of neon and big LCD screens showing videos. So this is kind of getting
pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, pretty kind of Tokyo neon flashy. So that's pretty cool. And this is just a little apartment building. The other ones, they each take 1 of these special charms to build initially, but after that they actually take 2. So we're waiting for sunlight to come just to see. This one requires 2 lucky cats. So even with the best luck in the world, it's going to take you 35 hours before one can next upgrade this building, if you had 0 lucky cats. You can, if you want to, request new plans to get new plans, but when I've done it, every time you still end up, see, it's free to do, you still end up needing 2 of one of the lucky charms. So that's a bit tough. but the buildings are still pretty. Can't quite see them from this angle, but they look kind of, when they're small, they look like traditional Japanese buildings, and I've just got a park between them here.
I think they look perfect sitting by the beach this way, you know, the way they are. Most coastline or beach houses are small. I mean, you might have big hotels by the beach and resorts and things like that, but it's also nice to have small beach houses too.
Okay, well here's a question for viewers. Would you like me to upgrade these buildings to get them to be big skyscrapers, or leave them small and low and build some other ones elsewhere in the town? Let me know in the comments and I will do as you suggest. So here you can get a better sense of the layout of the town. You can see there's kind of a low rise right in the middle. My plan is to tweak this a little bit to make it a bit more aesthetically pleasing. But the moment I've just aimed to get my town value and my number of sims up again so I get more taxes. But I think it looks pretty nice. It's kind of big central quadrant. I've got lots of parks in there.
Yeah, I like it. And I like this road complex that you've got coming out of the university in the middle here.
Yeah, I think that's unique. I haven't seen that done before, but that's pretty nice. Only other bit of progress is I got a new store, a fast food restaurant, and I can make, theoretically, ice cream sandwiches that don't take long to build themselves but require some complex items using milks and cakes. So we're getting into some nicer things rather than just hammers and nails. We're now on cakes and ice creams. So there's just a couple of other things I wanted to show you. The first one is a disaster. As you've noticed, this week we have in-game sound. So I want you to get to hear what a disaster sounds like, as well as what it looks like. And I think this is going to be a big one because it uses 8 of these special items altogether. So I'm going to go for several buildings are going to get destroyed, and I'm then going to have to rebuild them.
Whoa.
Into your shower.
What? Oh my gosh, this is definitely...
Please don't destroy... Oh! I was going to say, please don't destroy Tokyo buildings.
What did it destroy?
Oh my god.
Oh no!
You complete and utter flubberdub. Oh, but fortunately, it doesn't require those special items anymore, which is much better.
But it like specifically targeted those 2 very pretty Tokyo buildings.
Well, and 2 others.
Oh.
And I need more jugs.
Well, at least it was entertaining.
I hope you liked it. It does at least mean I'm going to get some more golden keys. But God, this is a tough little zone right here.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, my town population's gone down by 14,000, but let me see if I can make it up again. When you get to level 25, you unlock a different specialization, which is gambling. Now, in order to kick off any of these specializations, you need to build the headquarters. So I have the headquarters here, and I'm going to drag it back here. And it's not going to get my population back up, but it's going to completely take off all my money.
Huh.
But here we now have the gambling. As you can see along the bottom, there's houses and casinos, and then towers. So you have Sleek Casino Tower, Sci-Fi Casino, and then its tower, Luxurious Casino, and then Luxurious Tower. So in order to build the tower, you have to first unlock the matching casino. So in order to unlock the Luxurious Casino Tower, I have to first place down a Luxurious Casino. Now this is the best one because it gives the biggest population boost, and it's also got the biggest surface, the biggest area. So this will increase things. It also only fits on a 2x2 square, which is nice, and it increases the population by 11,000, so an extra 10,000 on top of the headquarters. So I'm going to build this here.
Cool.
I'm now down to almost nothing. Yes, I'm a little short, leave me alone. So let's see what that looks like. It looks just, like it could be like a train station, couldn't it, really? Like that?
I like it, yeah. It's a different kind of building.
Yeah. So I think these are a good way of really getting up your town population, and population equals taxation.
And look at those balloons again.
Yeah. If you're really careful, you can actually... if you're really careful, you can zoom in on a single balloon and track it. Pretty. Okay, you ready for one more thing?
Yeah.
One more thing is, you've seen my town, but if you've got this game and want to take a look at other people's towns, there's a really easy way to do it. First of all, if you click on this friends thing, you can see your friends down at the bottom, and it gives you Daniel's city built in, which we're going to quickly check out. So this is sort of built in the game, like in Sims Freeplay, where you have a neighbor built in. It gives you a good idea of how to design it. It's got this big central avenue, and here it's got the main bulk of the town. It's not amazingly built, but it definitely is an interesting design. And the cool thing about this, though, every single building in every stage of development. And they've even got an extension over here from the main strip, which is all the Tokyo buildings.
Oh, okay. So you get to see
so you can
all
see
the neon lights.
There's another way if you want to check out different people's cities, and that involves going to the global trade. You can buy something if you want to or not, but you can just look for somebody who has, say, this thing here is quite an advanced item. They're probably going to be at a high level. Some of them have kind of really cool designs in their city. So again, that's another way of getting inspiration by just randomly clicking on it. You don't have to buy anything, don't have to spend any money, and you just go and find out what their towns look like without even being friends on Facebook. So I think that's it. Let me know what you think, how you find the game if you're playing it. If not, do you have any questions? Let us know in the comment.
Thanks for watching.